now we're going to talk about your current Manchester United team, which you are a big part of it. Last season, you lost the title to Manchester City for the first time. They won the Premier League. How did that feel in the dressing room after the game?
That's probably one of the worst feelings I've felt. Like I said before, I've missed out on the Premier League maybe 4 or 5 times on the last day. So it's always hard because it's a tough season and you want to win the league at the end of it. That's the ultimate goal for Man United players and Man United as a team. So when you just lose out, it's obviously difficult. When you lose out to your at the time probably the biggest rivals, your neighbours, the team that is in your city, then it's probably extra hard to take. But again, you know, whoever wins the league deserves it. So Manchester City deserves it. It's up to us to come back the next season and make sure that doesn't happen again.
Is it more important to win the league for Manchester United or win the league of Manchester City this season?
No, I think it's always important to win things as a Manchester United player, and the team do it for United. That's the only thing that we really concentrate on. And we always feel that if we play well during the season with the ability that we've got, that more often than not, barring injuries, we should win the league. Last year we had terrible injury problems. We lost our captain for the majority of the season. So to lose the league on just on goal difference was a great achievement, even though we lost.
Sir Alex Ferguson has said this season they haven't started, or Manchester United haven't started brightly in the season. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Sometimes we do we do start slow. We don't seem to get going until after Christmas for whatever reason. I don't know. Whether it's because it's a bit stop-start because the international breaks, and obviously we've had new players playing. This season we've had Kagawa and Van Persie come in and they've started the majority of the game, so sometimes it takes a bit of time for new players to understand their teammates. But last week was a great result for us to win at Newcastle, which obviously we lost last year at Newcastle. We won at Liverpool, we lost last year at Liverpool. The difference is we lost at Everton this year where we won last season, and this year we lost at Tottenham at home. So it's probably balanced itself out with the win against Newcastle.
You mentioned Van Persie and Kagawa coming in as a new signings to your team. What impression from you that Van Persie and Kagawa has made to the team?
Well, obviously good. I mean, Van Persie's obviously scored a lot of goals since he's come into the team. He's scored 6 or 7 goals already. And he's a world-class player. Kagawa is younger, but obviously he's a very good player as well. What them two players give us is that flexibility in forward positions. So we've got them two players. We've got Wayne Rooney, Daniel Welbeck, and Chicharito. So we've got so many options going forward. It's a long season. The Champions League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, and the Premier League. So we're going to need all them players.
You're talking about Van Persie coming in and the change of Rooney's role in the Man United team. Because he became a central midfielder now. Do you think Rooney is in the perfect position in football when he plays off the striker or play central midfielder?
I think Wayne has got has got so much ability that he can play a number of positions. I think what you've seen against Newcastle is him getting on the ball a lot, which he likes to do. He likes to be a part of the game, but also he can play up front. Last year or the year before, I think he played up front and scored 35 goals. So to do that, you probably need to play up front rather than in midfield. So it gives us that flexibility, like I say, with Van Persie and Kagawa coming in.
Manchester United fans still have the fear of losing players such as Rio Ferdinand, Paul Scholes, and Ryan Giggs when they retire, when they stop playing football. That Manchester United team will be vulnerable, and do you think that they have covered your positions, or there are players who are going to come and cover Ryan Giggs' position or Paul Scholes or Rio Ferdinand?
Yeah, I think that has been, you asked before about the success of Man United. I think it's always looking ahead. The manager always looks 3 or 4 years ahead.
Is he aware of that?
Yeah, he is, because I think right from when I first started, we had the likes of Brian Robson, Steve Bruce, Mark Hughes. How are you going to replace players like that? And then again, it comes Roy Keane, Van Nistelrooy, you know, Yapstam, really world-class, good quality players, and they always get replaced. You don't replace them with similar players, you replace them with different players and you play a different way. And that has always happened with Man United. So when the older players finally finish, you know, I'm sure there's players to come in and take over the role.
And you know, the most subject that Man United fans fear is the presence of Sir Alex Ferguson, is what's going to happen to Manchester United club, not the football team, the whole club, when Sir Alex Ferguson decides to retire.
Well, that's obviously going to be tougher to replace. You can replace players all the time with more world-class players. Obviously, a manager who has managed a team for 25 years, that's going to be tougher to replace because he's been so successful. But I think usually when a manager leaves a club, it's because they're not doing well, or they're sort of in transitional stage. So I think when the manager leaves, you've got great fans, you've got great players, you've got a great stadium. Everything is there for the next person to take it on to the next level. Whether they can do that will always remain to be seen. It's nothing's guaranteed, but yeah, I think Sir Alex will be obviously tougher to replace, you know, than players.
21 years for Manchester United since Ryan Giggs started playing in Manchester United, and definitely, I'm not sure, but definitely there were some offers from other clubs for Ryan Giggs. Why did he decide to stay in Manchester United and not leave the club to give a better offer to another club?
Yeah, I've never really been close to leaving. I've always been happy really at Manchester United. I think as a player, first of all, I'm lucky because I'm playing for the team that I support. I grew up in the area, and not many players can say that. You know, you have players like, say, Xavi, Steven Gerrard, who play for great clubs, who grew up in the area, and they'll stay there probably for the rest of their career, myself included. And as a footballer, you always want challenges, you always want to win trophies, and you want to be happy. And all them things have happened, so I've never felt really the need to leave and have a fresh challenge.
If Sir Alex Ferguson has come to you now and he said, I've got money to buy a player, I've got lots of money to buy a player, which player are you going to point and say, you have to buy this player?
I think there are two players at the moment that stand out, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. So which player you would want, I don't know. Probably I would go for Cristiano because you know that what he's capable of, and he's been at the club before. But them two players are head and shoulders above everyone else.
All right, I did this part of the interview, which is last part, with Gary Neville when he was in Abu Dhabi, and he sat with me the same position, and I asked him these questions, and you're gonna have to answer with one word. I'm gonna mention two words, and you answer with one word.
Okay.
Schmeichel, Van der Sar.
Are they all going to be like this?
Yeah. He said one word.
Schmeichel.
Schmeichel. Yeah. But Gary Neville said Van der Schmeichel. All right. Yapstam, Vidic.
Vidic.
You put him in your team?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because
I still see Vidic. I see Vidic every day, so I've got to say Vidic.
He's not going to see this interview. David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ooh. Ronaldo.
Van Nistelrooy, Andy Cole.
Andy Cole.
Well, Ryan, it's been a pleasure for me and Abu Dhabi Sports Channel and the Inside Premier League show to have you here on our show. You've been fantastic with me, and I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest moments in my life, if not the greatest. Thank you so much for the time you've given us, and I hope you enjoy your time in the United Arab Emirates, and we're going to see you, I hope, next season here or in our studios in Abu Dhabi. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you.